shit's fire.
This is a fucking banger.
Ladies and gentlemen, cats, snakes, dogs, chicken, elderly people, workers and twerkers.
Damn.
Turn it up.
I don't give a fuck. It's the Ruckus. What the fuck you expect?
I body slapped my wife, my nigga.
Yeah, there's really nothing bad you could say about Kraken's fit. I mean, he got it. You know, he got the right hat on. He got the shirt on.
I was looking if like the shirt was missing an S or something. Like, bro, nothing.
Kraken, how many pages do you have full there?
Yo, this man has literal notes.
Oh,
Daniel.
No Daniel bullshit. No Daniel's bullshit.
Daniel, get ready.
Daniel's jamming. He's busy.
Nah.
Let's get. I think
don't be scared.
This is probably the most anticipated podcast we've had since last week. So I think we should get it started. I want to welcome everybody to the Brutus Button podcast, where all of y'all are my employees.
Damn, nigga. What the fuck?
Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. Welcome to the Ruckus podcast. This shit about to get live. We're doing a continuation of our Rolling Stone Top 10 list. Last week we did 3 albums? We did Lauryn Hill, Prince, and Bob Dylan. That was a good conversation. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead on the streaming platforms, Instagram, also Facebook. Check it out. Comment to our 2 fans listening from Germany and Mexico. We love you. Randy, you there? Hit us up. Take us into this week's episode. What's going on with this week? What are our 3 albums?
Yo, what's up? My name is Randy. I'm a college dropout. Alright, so
what's your social security number, Randy? Damn.
Damn.
My
okay, most of us are.
So this week we're reviewing albums 7, 6, and 5, which is Fleetwood Mac's Rumors, Nirvana's Nevermind, and The Beatles' Abbey Road. Woo. And just like last week, we're gonna go from 7 to 5, like or down. And first question is, what do you guys think about Rumors?
Real quick before we get into it, we'll just give a brief introduction to the album, right?
So you got that? You got that?
Yeah, so
yeah, go ahead.
What year was it released?
Okay, yeah.
Do we got that pulled up?
Yeah, we got it pulled up. Go ahead, Randy.
Calvin's got that for us. Go ahead, Calvin. So give us a bit of background on Fleetwood Mac's Rumors.
Well, only background. That one came out in 1977. I believe it was the second album, right, with Stevie Nicks and
Lindsay.
Yeah,
and
I think it was the
Lindsay.
second album.
Yeah, it was the second album. It's considered to be the best album they brought out to date.
And they got a shitload of albums.
Yeah,
they do have a shit. What do you got?
Does it say how much it sold?
Here, I'll pull that up 1 second.
It's like 40 million. Right now it's 40 million worldwide.
Well,
God
before
it says 20. It says, oh no, okay, right, 40 million. Yeah.
Just because we talked about this in the pod earlier in the week, what do you guys think about that album cover? I just really want to know you guys' opinion because we had the conversation and Alex had brought it up. What did you guys think of that cover before we get into the actual music?
I just noticed he has 2 balls dangling from between his legs.
Oh shit! I did not notice that.
I didn't notice that until right now.
You used to drop dicks, huh?
Stop looking at his balls.
That's because he has balls. He has balls from wearing them.
My son's doing that now for some reason. I don't know why.
My man, there's literally 2 balls that are dangling in between his legs.
Keep that between you and the therapist.
You don't like the cover, the album cover, Lou? Who doesn't like it?
I didn't know. There was something that kind of made me uncomfortable about the album cover. It was just like it just reminded me of like old English Shakespearean theater. Mm-hmm. And then when I listened to because when I listened to the album, it was like I didn't see a correlation.
Watch yourself. It's not that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they are British.
Yeah, they are.
They are?
No. Okay. So
go ahead, Randy.
So the only right now during this time, I think the only British person there was the band leader Fleetwood.
Yeah,
right.
Really, nigga.
The rest were from America.
Yeah, so the band is based.
Not the other girl.
Okay, so it's 90%.
That's true.
American,
The other girl, geez,
British.
Are you talking about Stevie Nicks? You better say her name.
Christine
McVie is British, I believe.
Right. They're a British band. Like they came from Britain and they recruited a couple Americans.
I thought they were from Italy.
Yeah, so really the only Americans are Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks.
Right.
Lindsey, hold on. Buckingham is her last name and she's the only American?
Well, along with Stevie Nicks.
That's crazy.
Her name is Buckingham.
The best one in the group is American, right?
Stevie Nicks.
Okay, I'm Donald Trump and I approve this mess. What the fuck?
So yeah, Christine McVie, John McVie, and Mick Fleetwood are British.
Okay. America, you can never.
This album was recorded here in the United States.
Get some help.
So they all sat in a house and recorded this.
It was recorded here?
Yeah.
That's why it sounds better than Abbey Road.
It's not a house. It's like a big compound. Like they have like multiple studios and shit.
Hey,
let me ask you guys a question in that respect. Then, let me ask you guys. Would you consider Fleetwood Mac? This is a weird question, and I know it's going to be
top 3 album of all time.
Would you compare? Would you consider Fleetwood Mac and the Beatles American bands, even though they have origins in England?
The Beatles. Fleetwood Mac is better. That's it.
Beatles are not an American band.
Fleetwood.
No, I know they're not an American band, but because they recorded a lot of stuff in the States, they spent so much time here. They're so influential.
They didn't record in the States.
Yeah,
they didn't. They never.
We just said they did.
They recorded at Abbey Road Studios.
Yeah.
And they honed their craft in the UK.
Right, and they're one of the first bands. So a lot of Britain bands.
What kind of question?
A lot of British bands. Right?
No. We're not talking about the Beatles now. No.
Let them finish that.
No. It's important because this is a British band.
Don't get them started, all right?
So
go ahead, finish. Go finish cracking.
Right, a lot of British bands were inspired by American music. So by them trying to just emulate them, they ended up sounding like American accents. So that's kind of the reasons why people's accent kind of goes away when they're singing, because they're singing like the person that they're pretending to be or whatever, whoever inspired them. The Beatles, real quick, they did the opposite and they leaned into their British accent, and that's why a lot of the songs you hear like them be overly British about things,
because they were drinking tea and eating crumpets
and eating beans
and eating beans for breakfast.
No, but you also see it now too with UK drill. They
lean into the accent.
Yeah, they lean into the accent.
Oh yeah, like the one the Scoby Doo pop. That one, right?
He was a comedian. Wait,
hold on. UK drill is a mix of Jamaican though, right? Like it's all the Londoners, dude. It's like some Londoners.
But it's mostly American though. And the thing is, what he was saying is like the Scoby Doo Papa. It was a
British guy playing around.
He was a comedian, yeah. That did that.
Yeah,
shit.
they do that. Yeah,
Shaq.
Shaq something.
All right, guys, let's all have a great time and talk about Fleetwood Mac Rumors.
Before you continue, I want to give a shout out to. This is important. This is important. You guys are gonna like this. I just realized this. We got to give a shout out to Kraken. He's wearing that hat, and I know we was kind of like making fun of it, but in actuality, it's an important hat because you actually
nobody made fun of that.
No.
Yeah,
I'm saying we were like,
you're making fun of it now. Yeah, you were making fun of me.
Yeah, you're making fun of it. This guy fun of it for like a few seconds.
I'm making fun of it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy graduated and shit.
Let's give him his flowers. Let's give him his flowers.
And successful ass.
Did you
he graduated.
Successful ass out here.
Chill.
You guys notice as soon as I mute Brutus, how everything gets so quiet?
No.
Yeah, Brutus. I am gonna let him speak, but Brutus has to stop.
Let me give Kraken his flowers. This is important. Kraken, he told us early in the podcast a few months ago that.
Hold up.
Oh my fucking God, Abraham! I swear to God.
Where did you buy these flowers?
Oh my God, bro!
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Someone mute him. Thank you.
Hold on, Brutus. Before you start, this is what happens when you miss 50 episodes and you come. Your jokes are whack and weak. Like you did. All right, go ahead, Brutus.
That's true. Who you talking to?
Go ahead,
to our podcast listeners, you probably noticed that a few months ago, Kraken told us a story about how he had graduated from and got his doctoral degree But because of the pandemic, he wasn't able to walk, which is an important part of, graduations. Like, you not only do finish, but you get that moment to celebrate, family, take pictures. And because of the pandemic, he didn't have that opportunity. And a few weeks ago, he was actually able to do that, 2021.
Hey.
It was a year later. But I think that's fucking phenomenal.
Thank you,
I think we got to recognize that you got that. So,
hey, congrats, bro.
This hat costs more than my whole hat collection.
No, so before we continue,
that's a PhD. It looks like a whole plate.
It's velvet.
Go through that for us a little bit. Like, explain to us, even for our listeners, so they can get a recap. What that whole process was. Than us. Yeah, how much smarter you are, but but the feeling that you got, 2020 when you weren't gonna walk, you waited a year and then you actually finally got to do it 2021. Like, explain to us a little bit what that meant for you.
It was tough last year. It was tougher, not the graduation piece, but when you defend your dissertation, because that's the main event, which I defended in March, and
I know what you're thinking. Where can I find more? For full episodes of the Ruckus Podcast, you can check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and your other digital streaming services. The Ruckus, it's organized chaos. Don't worry, we're working on getting Mike a better mic. Get it, Mike? And don't worry about it. You'll get it eventually.